Hello, everybody. It's time again for Promancing the Stones, the series where I try to find my one true pro ghost player soulmate. And today we'll be studying Seo Bongsoo. And things I like about him, he is around my age, actually. Um, Maybe about a decade older than me. He grew up poor. He learned to go because he was delivering a message to his father at a um like a go salon, and he got introduced to the game, and then he studied. He didn't become a pro till a little bit later in life. He plays a lot of thickness from what I've read about, but I haven't actually looked at any of these games yet. I picked games from his early career, his middle career, thank you, Self-Atari, and his late. So we have a game from 1982, from 2000, and then from 2018. So let's dig into it. The God of War, is that his name? So Seo Bongsoo is black. And this is the 1982 game. Oh, yeah. 16th Korean Wangwi title match number 6. Here we go. So I'm not going to go into too much depth. I'm just a lowly 5Q. Oh, Cho is the God of War, right. And these two are actually rivals from way back. Cho Hunyun is Seo Bongsoo's rival. Right. Yep. Smurfing. You guys. So they're kind of playing like parallel openings. Whoa. Okay, that makes sense. The Tanuki makes sense. Joseki, the hop out. Wow. You would never see this played today. I don't think. Oh, okay. Black played this move then, and White didn't respond and pincered instead. But since Black already had the approach move, it didn't really matter. Joseki? Looks like a detergent commercial. Sure it does. And then the pincer. And this is kind of Joseki shape type thing. I think this is a very common variation from that time period. Because I've seen this exact thing in a book from, yeah, outdated Joseki. Of course it is. It's from 1982. Of course it is. This is like kind of a full board Joseki almost, right? Okay. So far, this game looks really patient and pretty balanced. Jumps out. And we get the 3/3 invasion. Okay, that makes sense with this large extension and the large knights over here. Now, if I remember, this turned out to be a really close game. That Hani is kind of weird to me. So this seems like really patient, methodical play by both players, which I guess you would expect from pros in the 80s. Okay, and this is where I kind of get a little bit lost. Like, the goal of this move... Let's see what the situation is. Oh, I think I understand the situation now. So White has a dragon in the middle of Black's influence, and Black is taking away eye shape while connecting back to his group over here, and perhaps threatening this stone. That's what it feels like. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it feels like for sure. Black totally ignored this cut. I find an interesting choice. Black's making... Oh, right. Black's just keeping the dragon separate from this corner. Zalian says, good thing Soluriel isn't here. He'd have an apoplexy seeing this game. And again, guys, this is not going to be super in-depth commentary. That's not really what this series is about. We're on a journey of discovery here. Trying to get a feel for the style of the player and maybe some quick takeaways to think about in our games. In my games, specifically. Pinback99, this is Promancing the Stones. This is the series where I try to find my one Go player soulmate, the person whose games I want to study the most and memorize. So this is a journey of finding our true romance from a pro Go player. So Black's taking the bottom side, some on the top. White has a lot on the right. And I have a score estimator, don't I? What does this look like? Oh, score estimator is clearly crazy. Never mind. Okay. White pushes in. What is happening here? So are we trying to kill the corner now too? Is that even possible? Right. He makes shape. White has connected out, right? Wait a minute. White has not connected out. Or... yeah, with this turn, white connects out. Yep. These are sequins. The background are sequins in a vase that are occasionally being stirred, and I slowed it way down and I'm playing it backwards. Cause I wanted that that feeling, the swishing that you feel when you fall in love. Okay. So white is mainly in reduce mode now, right? Oh, white's connected to the top. Okay. And black is... oh yes, I made it myself, Salvatari. You're like, it figures. This looks like something you'd make. So I'm having a little bit of trouble understanding this game at this point in the game. Like, it's a little bit beyond me, these moves, already. But I have a general idea of what's going on. But as far as the reading as timing in the endgame, and with the various options by both players, I'm at a complete loss, really. So your idea of love is playing with the wash water after Ric Flair's jacket has gone. Exactly, Zalian. Oh, your pro Go player soulmate is Choi Zhang. Very cool. Her games seem very entertaining to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking for someone who's kind of like the top tier of the style I want to emulate. or the style I already play. Like if my style were at a pro level, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And now the cut, but it doesn't matter, right? That. And oh, that's clever. But it's just a weakness in this shape, yeah? I would say it's bamboozle style, fairly aggressive. Yeah, bamboozle style, exactly. Self-Atari knows. I have a very, I would say all or nothing kind of style, which might just be immaturity on the Goban. Whenever I watch, it's like, can I kill that? Yeah, that's kind of right. If you all have suggestions for pros to look at, feel free to join my Discord below and suggest them in the Go channel. I have a list of 10 or so right now that I'm looking through, and Smurfing suggested one last week. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube. The Cornell VODs from like a year ago are going to go up on my YouTube each Sunday afternoon. So the first one happened this last Sunday, as well as this segment on Promancing the Stones will be going up each Wednesday that I make them. So thank you all who have already followed on YouTube. I do appreciate it. Okay, this game, it looks like we're just in endgame now. Just in endgame. Endgame is really something I need to learn. But so far, I haven't really got a feel for what Seo is all about. Seo Bongsoo is all about. Right now, it seems like really calm, even-handed play. But this is his early career, so he might not have found his voice yet. Oh, and Scatmaker. We did unbox it, so thank you. Oh, I have to turn it on. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, onward. I'm gonna zip through the endgame. Unless I find something completely astounding. And that's the end. Result, black plus 4.5. So, yeah. Seo Bongsoo won this game. Alrighty. Let's get the next game set up. And this next game is going to be from the year 2000. And let's see. Might will be Yubin. And black is Seo Bongsoo again. Mid-game is the most important, kill a troop and game over. Yeah, exactly. And this is from the 5th LG Cup, round 2. So, Seo Bongsoo takes a 4-4 early again. White takes the opposite corner, and so... Where have you been? Oh dear. Oh, Ginku. That's amazing. Approached right away. That's the thing I wouldn't normally expect. This is very interesting to me. I've never seen an opening like this. And we take mini Chinese. Okay. The immediate shoulder hit. Wow, this is so aggressive. I love it. So why the outer shoulder hit? You see that in the late 90s through mid 2000s. Okay, good to know. Good to know. He's been around. Seo Bongsoo has been around for a very, very long time. I can't remember who suggested him to me, but it was one of you all. And he is a member of the Gang of Four from the 2000s, from the 90s and 2000s. A Korean professional. You predicted P4? Oh, that's a move I wouldn't necessarily think of. It's a good move, though. And then white extends from the top. Which is an interesting choice. Black settles. White, I guess, is building this area. Yubin is. Black attacks. Puts pressure on the one stone. White counters. Black lives. This double large knights. Very interesting. The cut first. Oh, see, I'm learning. I'm learning what I'm supposed to do. This is what I was supposed to do earlier, you guys. Smurfing says, I read an interview with Seo Bongsoo about 10 years ago. He was asked how many stones he thinks he would need to beat God. He would be confident with 4. Wow. And this is a ko. Or not a ko. A ko for... What is happening? Oh no. What just happened? We're like ko, and then this. And white responds. So there must be an issue over here. White takes the Panuki, but black kills, right? This just kills? And now black's building this large center. Fascinating. The Atari extend because black has thickness on this side. Oh, how wrong he was. And now... Wait, what are we aiming at here? Oh. Seo Bongsoo. What are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna kill. No, we're not gonna kill. We're going to invade the Moyo and threaten to build something huge over here. Got it. Give up the corner and build something huge down here. It's like threatening a Moyo and then threatening a Moyo again. One thing to be aware of is his reading, yeah. And I know I would need to take some time to really read what's happening in depth. Not dying is good. I'm a fan of not dying. For sure, aren't we all? Oh. And he played this way just to get this drop in Sente. Fascinating. And that gives him enough strength to come over and attack these. Every game of his I've looked at is so incredibly intense on the reading, says Alien. That makes sense. That's right, Scatmaker. Nailed it. So what we're seeing is kind of an incredibly complicated fight. Not just kind of, very. Molto, molto. Does that let black cut through? No, not really. Yes, yes, really. Yes, it really does. Pro games are better with commentary, I'd say. True, true, true. But again, this is just to find the person whose style I want to emulate, not necessarily to understand every move. So, black lives, white also lives. Black takes territory here, white there. Black's alive. Zalian says he sometimes plays the most unreasonable moves and then abuses his power superior reading to gain an advantage from it. Okay, that's an interesting takeaway, Zalian. There is a lot of just taking an advantage from forcing moves without the desire to kill here. Overplay style works at every level. And now we're at the point where, to me, the moves feel like they're all over the place, right? But they're calculating where the biggest move is. And we are just gonna zip through the endgame again, you guys. So I'd say a big difference between this style and our boy Choi Chil-won is Seo Bongsoo's style is a lot subtler so far, from what we've discovered so far. And from the two games we've looked at, it's more balanced. It seems to be less interested in attacking and more interested in forcing your opponent to give you a good position. So that's a very big difference. Game ended. The result is black plus 8.5. So I think there's things I could take away from this, but I'm not falling in love with this style. I really enjoyed Choi Chil-won's style. I really, really did. That it was just so. It was kind of delightful and playful, but this is very more. How do I compare it? What do I compare it to? I feel like so far this is more like Baroque music, and Choi Chil-won's was more jazzy. Like if the Goban were a musical piece, this is very more concerned with correctness while still being powerful play. It just has that feeling of being formal so far. I get a very formal vibe Just wait until I look at the games. I know, right? Yes, we will go over that pro, and I might use the games you sent me, smurfing. So let's set up the next one. And just go over these real quick. If anything, this will be a nice introduction to a pro for you all, if you haven't looked at these games before. Now, this game is from 2018. And let me just get the names in the right places. So, wait, this time is Seo Bongsoo. And black this time is Kobayashi. Say P-O-R-U. And this is the second China, Japan, Korea Veterans Tournament Round 1. So Kobayashi takes a 3-4. Seo Bongsoo takes a 3-4, facing the other direction, and we have a cross game. Whoa! Very exciting. Black approaches, white approaches. All low. They're all low approaches. Wow. Until this one. And we go into an avalanche variation? Oh, Zalian says, near his peak relative to his contemporaries, he was flexible and far more experimental and willing to take risks in bucking the accepted patterns and practices. I did read that Seo Bongsoo said he wasn't very obsessed with either taking only territory or only influence, but he wanted a thick style. And I think we've seen that kind of thick style in play in these games. So the fighting starts. Commence fighting. Seo Bongsoo is going after it. Wow, the fighting. Oh, about Go Sagan, sorry. No worries. Sorry, I missed that. I wasn't looking at it carefully. You are totally fine. The reason I'm doing this with you guys and not just like on my own for YouTube is because you guys know so many things, and so many of you are much stronger players than me that I not only gain insight from the games, but I gain insight from you guys. And I think it's just fun to learn together. I just enjoy doing that more than I really enjoy studying on my own, I guess. Okay. So Seo Bongsoo, this feels a lot more aggressive than the last two games. I wouldn't say I see a lot of AlphaGo influence on this, but at this point, Seo is probably in his 50s, late 50s. So he might not be as interested in the new AI development as some of the younger pros are. You get 9 Pro commentary from YouTube as well as Twitch. So far not, but yeah, maybe. Wow. Oh, but there's always this in Atari, right? So he connects under. And the fight is settled. So who gained the most from this? White got a little on the side. Black got a good size corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 16-point corner. Black got a wall though, and surrounded the upper left. White might be able to severely attack this. I kind of feel like black's ahead. That's my feeling of this game. Oh, right, and black connected out. So there's not even an attack on this anymore. Hmm. Yeah, I don't feel like things are going so well for Mr. Seo Bongsoo, but I guess we will see. I thought I made sure I picked games that all went to counting, just so we could see a full game, but I might not have. It is possible I did not. Um, so these trade-offs are really tough. Tough for me to grasp at. Come back and take. White's surrounding a huge center. Wow. So yeah, Seo Bongsu is maintaining a pretty consistent center strategy in this game. It's Ko. And now, eh, why not block? Oh, right, because you're in the middle of a Ko, right? To some extent. Oh, and you get to block anyway. Okay. What? P1 is Sente 2. Right. Okay, okay. So it would be bad news. Gotcha. Thank you. Thanks, Selfatari. Hmm. And now it's straight up endgame. Okay. We're gonna zip through the endgame, y'all. Oh, is that the end? Result. White plus 0.5. So a lot of the stuff I didn't understand that were kind of like throw-ins, sequences were all for just 1 or 2 points. And Seo Bongsu, Mr. Seo Bongsu, won by half a point. Amazing. I thought he was behind, like far behind. But it turns out, not so much. So these were cool games. I was excited towards the beginning. It seemed like a really, really powerful fight here. But then it did kind of resort to that same style we saw in the other games, which was very more methodical. Um, I would say patient. It worked towards balance, and yeah, So let's just say my heart didn't sing for Seo Bongsoo. I definitely enjoyed our boy Choi a little bit more, and identified with Choi Cho-won's style a little more. But yeah, I think it was worth looking at. I definitely appreciate the reading Seo Bongsoo brings to it. That balanced style might be something I need to learn more about, to be honest. Because games like this, like, I would go all in on an attack like this, but instead, he saw the potential for building a center and winning by a small amount, etc. Look, a different Kobayashi, indeed. No worries, Herb3. So that is our episode of Promancing the Stones today. I do have some errands this afternoon that are pretty important, so I have to call it a stream. Flexible style, exactly, Salvatari. It's a very flexible style. So thank you guys all so much for hanging out and learning with me, playing games with me, and reviewing a pro game with me